Life I Deserve, sharing creative ideas, inspirational stories, and fresh perspectives that will empower you to live your life to the fullest.
Hi, I'm Jack Canfield, and you're listening to The Life I Deserve by my good friend, Adrian McMillian.
Hi, this is Adrian, and I'm very happy to have as a guest today Sim, the lovely and beautiful and, as you're about to find out, incredibly talented Simru. I would love for the audience to get to know more about you and your journey from where you started in your music career, or how you got started, and your interest in music, to where you are now.
Okay, so I started my music journey at the age of 3. So my entire family is musician, and then my grandpa would play accordion, he would play drums, and he would also sing. He actually owned a band. He was a founder of an amazing salsa band. So then they would sing amazing Spanish songs and, even English songs back in the day. And then they would travel with the cruise ships and all over the world. So seriously, you can Google him, and he was like so famous.
Tell us his name.
His name is Yusuf Gunseli. Yusuf Gunseli. So he's Turkish, apparently. And my mom used to sing different clubs in Istanbul. So she has a still amazing voice. She still does sing. And my father and my mom, they both created all their own CDs. So, and my aunt, my dad's sister, she's a professional pianist, and she collected so many awards. She was the first composer of musical, actually as a woman. So in her department, she was the first. And so we always had a piano in our place, so everybody kind of like played. And of course not professionally, but my mom and dad wasn't professional, but the rest of the other family members were absolutely very professional. So the piano was always like a toy in my mind. So I always enjoyed singing. I had little videos when I was like 3 years old singing. So, and then surprisingly, I memorized all that. I don't know how did I even do that, like at the age of 3. So finally, my aunt suggested I should go to, apply for conservatory, and then, you have to take a class. You have to take an exam. So it's not a basic exam, so you have to be prepared. Even though you're a beginner 6-year-old, you have to know a song. And then they have to kind of play notes in the piano, and you have to be able to repeat it. So anyways, I did enter the conservatory with the highest degree. And then they said, wow, it's the, prodigies here and all that. I remember still because it was like so crazy. And I was such an introvert. And this changed my entire life. So anyways, long story short, I started, entered with violin and the piano department. You have to play the piano no matter what kind of instrument you choose. So piano always has to be there. Anyway, so started violin, and my teacher, the teachers in Europe and Asia, they're kind of horrendous. So the education is really tough. They are very abusive, most of them. And then I remember, you're gonna make a mistake, of course, as a kid, as a student. Any age you can make a mistake. That should be allowed, but it was not allowed in conservatory. And they were very abusive. I was terrified whenever I go to his class, because my teacher would literally yell. And then remember, like little fingers, they would beat up, like slaps all over my fingers. So I quit violin. So but I didn't quit piano. So anyways, long story short, I finished school, and so I quit entire my music career, like about 5 years, because I was so tired and I was done.
So you quit music completely for 5 years.
So I basically, quitting would be a wrong way to say. So I didn't quit, but I gave a break, apparently, because music, you cannot quit music. You can, because music is in your blood. It's just in your soul. It's part of. I remember when I was like super young and like maybe like 7 years old or so, I wouldn't know anything, but I would still, when I listen these haunting, it's romantic classical music, I would have goosebumps. Like, oh my, I would show my mom, look at mom, I get goosebumps. Why? So I would be mesmerized, and I would look at my goosebumps, and I was just, looking at them, going up and down. It just would mesmerize me. So can never quit music, of course. But 5 years, I think it was such a big, like emptiness in my life, and I miss it so badly. Like everything was like feel like it's missing in my life. Like nothing can fill this, because being able to play an instrument and feeling this in your bones, in your soul, is irreplaceable. So you can never quit. If you're a musician, I'm sure you understand, you can never quit. But my point is here, wrong teachers, wrong influence can make you quit, almost come to that point. So I had that. It was very hard, and I really don't support. Now I'm a teacher myself. I'm a music teacher. I really don't support this kind of education, especially for little kids. You gotta have to find this amazing talent they have, and then you can always, support that. There are many ways you can. People are different, so patience is very important. Patience is a virtue.
Great. Thanks for sharing all of that. So let's talk about performing.
So the conservatory life always involved performing, because you can either be a music teacher or performer, or a concert pianist, or whatever you're doing, violinist or opera singer. Since I already had these degrees, opera and piano, so my option here, again, 2 options. So because of that, they prepare you to be either of them. So you have to perform like every other. So actually, every like 5 months, you have to perform. So there are exams, and there are also, and there are 12 people plus, top of the performing in a big concert hall. You have to pass your exams in front of 12 horrendous teachers. I mean, they're scary looking, because they're like ready to judge you. And this is very hard for a little kid, even hard for a teenager. So it was very hard for me. So anyways, I built this phobia, stage phobia. So I remember, even though the pieces that I'm very comfortable, I would just freeze. I cannot even breathe. I would forget about them. I remember I would just feel this humongous rock on my heart. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So yes, I remember still, it just gives me chills. It's just really tough, like a cold chills down your spine. Yeah. So yeah, performing kind of like, was a very like scary moment for me. I really wanted to kind of get out of this. I always create like, I'm sick, I cannot do it. But you can always be sick. I mean, how many times you're gonna get sick? You're gonna have to do it. Otherwise, you're not gonna graduate, and your year's gonna pass.
So you had some traumatic memories that I think stuck with you for a while. So tell us, did you ever perform again?
So I've been listening to your podcast all the time, and then of course I went to counseling many times. So I'm a very observing person. So instead of like accepting, of course I accepted this fear because I'm gonna acknowledge it, but I also search any possible ways to fix this. How can I fix this? What can I do to improve? Because that's affecting my life. I mean, it affects my skills. So there are few ways that I kind of it kind of helped me. So I actually want to share this because that's kind of crazy. So when I gave a break of both opera and piano, so this is about probably 7 years ago or so, I went on a date. And then I remember we went to this like beautiful hotel, so we had coffee there. And then there's nothing, like piano, nothing. But then anyway, so it was just kind of boring, start getting boring. So then I went to the restroom, and then I saw this humongous piano. I'm like almost fell in love. This is my date or something. So anyways, like when we were leaving, I said, well, just if you, and I didn't say anything to him about my skills, of course. So anyways, then I start playing. I said, can you just give me 1 minute? I just really miss it. So I'm going to really wasn't trying to show off or nothing. Seriously, I really genuinely miss singing. I mean, playing. So I really wanted to do it. So anyways, I started playing, and then since I kind of lost myself there, I'm like in another dimension almost. So it's literally trance, like almost meditating beyond meditation. So when I'm playing, and it's surprisingly, I just remembered my muscle memory is like so strong. They're like unreal, like 10 people like around me, and this man, like he's in love. So I remember this. I'm like, oh my gosh, so I can inspire people. That day I decided, okay, this is what's missing in my life. So I can never forget about his eyes, like beyond love. What is this? Like so much respect. And these people, like they're little kids all over, they're like clapping all over. So I decided then, okay, I gotta have to, buy a piano, which I didn't even have a piano here. I've been living here 12 years, right? So I bought a piano and then started back again. And yes, it's just one of the best decisions I made. And then, I performed a few times. So my last performance, you ask, with Marina Del Rey Symphony Orchestra, I perform in Aida by Giuseppe Verdi. This is a beautiful Italian opera.
But that's not all. So you had another performance, actually a couple of other performances just before this latest one. So please share.
So yeah, this was a very big success for me because I know how like a big magnitude for me, just this fear. And so that's why it was a big success for me. So my previous performance was with Pacific American Master Chorale, and then I was a alto section leader there, and then we perform in Walt Disney Concert Hall. We perform Mozart Requiem. And then before I perform again, lead, principal role with Celestial Opera Company, and I was a Cherubino. And this role is actually so hard role because it's actually such a hard role because I played a boy, like teenager boy. And by the way, the opera called Marriage of Figaro. Le Noce de Figaro. So it's an Italian opera again, and I was a Cherubino, this character called Cherubino. So it's such an amazing pleasure, like unexplainable, because you worked so hard, and then you see this amazing fruit you created, this big inspiration from other people and big respect. Like one of my last concerts in in Marina Del Rey, people that I don't even know, they want to take pictures of me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So, this probably just because of this reason, I would love to perform more. I would like to perform more.
So that's a huge step. You had this traumatic experience that you were replaying in your head for years and years. And now you're out there sharing your talents and you're inspiring people, and you talked about how amazing that feels. So how did you come to the point where you got out there and shared your talent and got over that fear?
So I think, beside the fear, because there's only you can do so much about this, other than you change your perspective. Not everybody's going to judge you. Not everybody's going to, oh, okay, you made a mistake here and here and here. So yeah, people out there also, they're going to appreciate your talent, so without judgment, any kind of prejudice. So I kind of focus on that. I think that's more important. And then that kind of gave me more trust that, oh my gosh, this is just I can actually enjoy music now. And it's not all about, being liked and loved. So it's, it's going to be good, and then I can make mistakes, it's fine. So I can always, enjoy. And also the inspiration that I inspire a lot of people. I can remember their faces, little kids and adults. So that gave me a really, big impact on my decision. Also, of course, your podcasts were so extreme. No, seriously, this is serious. I don't want to discount anything. So because this is kind of like a big change in my life. So your podcast and your approach really taught me a lot. Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you. That makes all of my work and everything that I'm doing with the life I deserve worthwhile. Just to hear, I mean, the more people I can reach, the better. But each person that I can help in any way, it means the world to me. So I'm sincerely appreciating you and your ability to get out there and share your talent and inspire other people.
Thank you so much.
So there may be some people watching right now who have had traumatic experiences and who are still holding themselves back from really being happy and fulfilled and really getting out there and sharing their talents and inspiring others.
Right.
Do you have some advice you'd like to share for those people?
Yes, I actually, matter of fact, I do. So please don't waste your beautiful talent. You can actually enjoy. Forget about everything. Just focus on what you're doing. And then try to take a pleasure each of the notes. Well, I'm a pianist and I'm an opera singer. Of course, I'm going to say note, but you can be dancer or you can be a comedian. So think about that, how funny your jokes are, how enjoyable it is. Or you're a dancer, think about that, how graceful your moves are, how flexible are you. So the music, since I'm a musician, I can just listen every little note and then focus on how it makes me feel, because it's me. I have to focus on myself, so in order to reach other people, so I have to just try to enjoy what I'm doing and then focus on that instead of, oh, if they're not gonna like da 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 da. So nothing bad. I have to be very positive because I'm doing a very positive thing, and then I can change many people's life, because people out there, they actually, one of my last concert, the person came back to me, I'm gonna start taking lessons, it's beautiful. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, this is beautiful, fantastic. So this makes me happy. And then I gave my card. I mean, I don't care if she's getting from me. Sure. I mean, I would love to teach, but yes, the most important thing, she is starting music. So look at that, how beautiful it is. You can actually inspire a lot of people. So please focus on what you're doing. That's all I'm saying.
I would like just to add to that. I agree completely with what you're saying, Sim. And when you are pursuing your passion, you have more energy and you feel more alive. I hear Sim sing frequently, and I've been to her performance. Truly amazing. truly amazing. And it's almost heartbreaking that amazing talent was hidden from the world for so many years. So please get out there, share your talents, follow your passion. It will be worthwhile. It will be completely worthwhile. So, Sim, just in case they are the people watching, the audience, just in case they're in the Los Angeles area and they would like to learn from you, because you do teach music, how can they get in touch with you?
Sure, I would love to share. The name of my music company called Music West Los Angeles. Music, W-E-S-T, Los Angeles. And you can go online. I have an Instagram. You can reach me, musicwestlosangeles@gmail.com, or go to musicwestlosangeles.com to reach me. I would love to teach. I would love to show you any kind of guidance for your goals. We can set a goal. Doesn't matter how old are you, where you're at. All ages are welcome. So hope to work with you, and then you can ask any questions to Adrian right here. So he's very accomplished. He's amazing. He changed many people's life because he changed mine. Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you, Sim. And thank you all. And I hope you found this show very inspiring. And I want to encourage you to go out and take action today. Do something today toward your passion, toward your goals. Identify the class you need or somebody you need to make an appointment with to get more information, but just do it now. It'll be worthwhile.
Yes.
Love you all.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Adrian McMillian. Are you living the life that you deserve? Or do you feel like a hamster stuck on a hamster wheel, running faster and faster but getting nowhere? Do you dream of a better life? Can you imagine yourself with enough income to easily support yourself and the people that you love and care about? Can you see yourself traveling to exotic destinations, seeing amazing things, experiencing amazing cultures? Can you see yourself in perfect health? Not just physically, but spiritually and mentally as well. For over 25 years now, I have been studying motivational speakers and motivational trainers. Everybody from Jack Canfield, Tony Robbins, Napoleon Hill, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Stephen Covey. I have taken the most powerful, the most effective tools and techniques, and I've put them into a program, and I can't wait to share it with you. I'm offering a free class, absolutely, completely free, because I want to help you to improve your life. It's called the Goal Webinar. And I'm going to teach you 3 steps to effective goal setting and achieving. Just go to thelifeideserve.com/webinar. Again, thelifeideserve.com/webinar. Go there today. Seating is limited.
Thanks for listening. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to live a passionate, fulfilling life. Subscribe so we can take this journey together. A journey of sharing, learning, and growing. A journey to the life you deserve.